anybody that looks into infinite free clean wireless energy gets misguided. They get lured out onto a limb that makes this infinite free clean wireless energy stuff seem like outlandish and crazy.
Yeah, it's sad. I've been looking around. I feel like the Tartaria thing has been hijacked, and it looks pretty bad. You know, a lot of that information, like the way I asked you, I didn't mean it to be about those things. I'm glad you qualified that, because I think a lot of people have turned it into, you know, a completely different thing than it originally was. But that the way you fundamentally are talking about a civilization that was able to use free energy, had access to bells, I think that's the more concrete and fundamental point of that.
Well, on the other side of that Tartarian coin, though, what about flat Earth, infinite land? Do you have any opinions on that?
Bullshit.
Either? Both?
Bullshit. The Earth's not flat. The Earth is what is called a spherical geodesic. It is a series of interlocking triangles that create a spherical shape. And the spherical geodesic is comprised of numerous different ley lines, electromagnetic lines that form triangles all over the planet. Some triangles converge to create much larger vortices within certain ecosystems, things like the Bermuda Triangle, the Devil's Sea, stuff like that. Others are smaller conversions of these triangles, things like, for example, Washington, D.C., or the Vatican, or the London Palace, etc. Yeah, there it is, spherical geodesic.
Out of respect for Travis, Travis is blasphemy. I love you, Travis. All right, keep going.
We're just talking about Epcot at this point, no? Isn't this the Epcot ball?
It's also Koresh. It's also Koresh. Well, you know, Epcot, Walt Disney World, the big future world ball.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a geodesic dome, but also it's like Koresh Teed's model, right? Of triangles, like geodesic. Do you think there's a hollow Earth? You think there's something going on underneath the surface?
Yeah, yes. So
perfect.
To a certain extent, there's a lot of theories that the Earth has a molten core of iron and nickel and all that stuff, right? And then there's the mantle and then the crust. But from what I understand, at the center of the Earth is not a molten core. It's actually a plasmic core that is almost like there's like a second sun at the center of the Earth. And it is creating the electromagnetic field around the planet. It is what is called a vector equilibrium, which is basically like the Seal of Solomon, the Star of David pattern, except three-dimensional, two pyramids within one another, right? It creates a stable structure in the dimensions of space and time. And it's because two equally powerful forces are colliding, and then they're rotating around each other endlessly, creating a clockwise circle or a clockwise spiral going up and a counterclockwise spiral going down. And then that's where you get the toroidal field or the electromagnetic field and its polarities. So the Earth, I think, is more likely, quote unquote, this notion of hollow Earth, we have to definition match here, you know, because what one person thinks is hollow Earth, another person thinks is, you know, something else. So when I say hollow Earth, what I mean is that at the core of the planet is not molten iron or ore or nickel. That in fact, what it is a plasmic vortex, a massive plasmic vortex that illuminates the areas around it. Like, and this is where we get into like ancient legends about like underground civilizations existing in the Earth, where like they're lit up by like a bioluminescent light. There's supposedly, like in Russia, I think there was one that had a blue light coming out of it, like an underground area that had like a blue light that coming out of it. There was one, I think it was in the Amazon or somewhere in the Americas, I think, that had a green light coming out of it. There was another one that had a yellow light coming out of it. These are ancient legends. And so, I mean, at the end of the day, without like empirical evidence, I can't say one way or the other. But what I can say is my theories and how my theories have been turned into experiments and how my experiments have gone splendidly based on my theories.
Right. Yeah, I've been to Lake Titicaca. I think what you're talking about is like in Titicaca, south of the Amazon, but still South America. And regardless, it's the craziest ancient aliens-esque temple that you can find in South America. And these crazy giant stones are slit together that are bigger than you can find at the pyramids. So at least something interesting happened at the location that they have that legend.
And they had to go up a vertical fucking cliff to get there.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. I like that they did that. How do you feel about Box Saga? Are you familiar with Box Saga?
No.
Oh, okay.